Auctions are a great way to blow millions of dollars on things you don't need.
Most of the time, it's big, expensive art pieces, cars, and jewelry, of course, but there have been some crazy things sold at auctions in the past. Locks of hair from Elvis, Britney Spears, and Abe Lincoln.
An old slice of royal wedding cake, William Shatner's kidney stone.
Brad and Angelina's breath, and air from a Kanye concert.
How do you sell someone a jar of air?
I don't know. Some people have more money than sense.
Anyways, those are all very interesting items, but of course, we're all about gems and minerals on this channel, so we scoured the internet for some of the craziest minerals, gems, and jewelry ever sold at auction, and here they are.
Possessions connected to celebrities always seem to sell well. Back in 2013, a collection of items related to John F. Kennedy was sold at auction, and the most interesting of the bunch, in my opinion, was Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding band.
It has a hammer and sickle engraved on the inside of the band, and it sold for $108,000.
Oswald's widow did not want to have the ring anymore, as it reminded her of what happened that day, and she wanted to let go of the past.
Auctions are a great way to buy other people's trauma, but they're also a great place to find and sell mineral specimens, and some truly remarkable specimens have gone under the hammer.
The world's largest known freshwater pearl, also known as the Sleeping Lion, was sold for $375,000 back in 2018. It's a little over 2.5 inches long and weighs around 4 ounces.
That's pretty small, but much of its value comes from its near 300-year history of changing hands between merchants, nobles, and most famously, Catherine the Great.
Also sold in 2018 was a trio of rocks even smaller than the pearl, but they were sold for over twice as much. That's because these tiny little rocks came from another world, the moon.
Ah, those pebbles were brought from the moon by the Soviets during their 1970 Luna 16 mission. They were given as a gift to the widow of the former director of the Soviet space program, and she later sold them to Sotheby's in 1993.
Though we do have to travel through space to get rocks from the moon, some space rocks are kind enough to bring themselves to us. Those are called meteorites.
In 2017, Christie's put together a collection called Deep Impact: Martian, Lunar, and Other Rare Meteorites. As the name suggests, specimens from the moon and Mars were part of the sale, as well as some polished slices of palisade.
One rather large piece of rock composed of carbonaceous chondrite is 4.6 billion years old. That's about a third as old as time itself.
As Christie's put it, it is literally the oldest material that man's hand can hold and touch.
Not quite as old, but still very old relative to recorded human history, is this 3,000-year-old Assyrian sculpture. It sold for a whopping $31 million in 2018, which broke the previous record for Assyrian art.
It depicts a deity that looks like King Ashur-nasir-pal II, who ruled Assyria in 800 BC. It is a massive piece of gypsum that was excavated in the 1800s in what is now Iraq.
People did protest outside the auction house during the sale, but a spokesman for Christie's said there was no legal basis for the claims for it to be returned, so it was sold.
2018 was a serious year for auctions because in November, a collection of emeralds dug up in Zambia sold for $28.4 million, the largest of which weighs 2.4 pounds. It has remarkable clarity for an emerald and a lovely green hue throughout the whole thing.
It's 5,655 carats, but that's not even the largest emerald that mine has produced. In 2010, the Elephant was excavated, a 6,225 carat, aptly named behemoth of an emerald. It's no surprise that Zambia is one of the largest suppliers of green stones in the world.
Since we're talking about precious gems, we have to mention diamonds, the most coveted of them all. In fact, so many exceptional diamonds have been auctioned off in the past that we could have done an entire video just about them, but we've picked a few of our favorites.
First, a diamond ring. No, like a diamond ring. This ring is made entirely of a single piece of diamond. It features several thousand facets, and the ring shape itself is cut with a laser-equipped jet of water only a micrometer thick. The ring sold for $256,000, and the proceeds went to RED, an HIV/AIDS charity.
Next is a diamond ring with a story. It's been called the tenor because of its price tag. 10 pounds. You heard that right. The lady who bought this ring out of the trunk of someone's car talked the owner down from 12 to 10 pounds. The ring sat in a box for years until one day it fell out during a move and caught the light the way only diamonds can. She took it to have it appraised, and before long, Sotheby's was involved.
This diamond, confirmed natural by the GIA, is 26.27 carats, cushion cut, color graded eye, and has a clarity of VVS2. The lady wisely sold it at an auction for £656,750, a modest return on her £10 investment.
All right, we're almost out of time, so here's a diamond speed round. You ready? This pink diamond Barbie worth $15,000 that still isn't as expensive as this Barbie wearing a diamond choker. She sold for over 300 grand.
These silly little diamond monkey earrings sold in 2017 for 11 grand.
This Patek Philippe watch that sold for $31 million, blasting Paul Newman's old Rolex, the previous record holder for auctioned watches, out of the water.
This $38 million 16-carat pink diamond a man bought for his 7-year-old.
This 12-carat blue diamond bought a year later by the same man for $65 million for the same 7-year-old.
A diamond simply known as the Orange, which sold for $44 million, and the De Beers Millennium Jewel for $42 million, the most expensive diamond sold in Hong Kong until 2017, the following year when the 132-carat CTF Pink Star destroyed that record by selling for $95 million.
It's the most expensive gemstone ever sold at auction, the largest internally flawless fancy vivid pink diamond ever graded by the GIA, and it makes Lil Uzi Vert's diamond look like an absolute Jolly Rancher.
Ooh, I feel like I went bankrupt just reading all that.
That's all the time that we have for today, guys. Tell me, did your dad buy you 2 record-breaking diamonds when you were a child? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on future videos.
Thanks for watching.